Hi friends, in the last 2 weeks we have learned about looping statements in C language and arrays. In this week we are going to learn about strings. We can also use arrays in strings also. Before using arrays in strings, first of all we have to know what is a string. What is the definition of string? A string is a group of characters enclosed in double quotations. For example, welcome, Ramu, Rani, etc. So whatever the characters you write in between double quotations, then we can call it as a string. How can we represent strings in C? Strings in C are represented by arrays of characters. The end of the string is marked with a special character, that is the null character, which is simply the character with value 0. That's why it is called null character. Example, it can be represented as in one cell, one character can be written like this. Suppose for example, there are 4 characters, but each string should end with null character. That's why in the last we have written null character. So we have learned about definition of string. So strings are nothing but the characters which are enclosed in double quotation marks. How can we declare these strings in C? Strings are declared in C as similar to arrays, but only the difference is that the strings are of character type. Whereas in arrays, in different data types also we can use. But strings contains group of characters, that way that particular data type is character. Suppose for example, if you take the data type char, what is the string name here? Yes. And what is the size of the string is 5. That means totally it will hold 5 characters. How can you represent these 5 characters using arrays? Means S of 0, S of 1, S of 2, S of 3, S of 4. So how can you initialize the values using strings? In different ways we can initialize strings. Suppose for example, the data type is character, the string name is C. Here we have not mentioned the size of the array. How many characters you want, you can write in between double quotation marks. Another way is we can mention the size of the array and then we can use number of characters in between double quotations. And one more way is we can define single character by using single quotations. How many characters you want to represent as a string, those all characters will be represented by single quotations and then comma. And also you can mention the size of the array. Suppose if you use the values A, B, C, D, the string is here A, B, C, D. How these particular each character will be represented using arrays means in C of 0 the character A will be stored, in C of 1 B will be stored, in C of 2 C will be stored, and in C of 3 D will be stored, and last one is null character. So like this we can declare the strings and we can assign the values, that is nothing but initialize the values using strings and arrays. So now the next topic is how can we read the strings from the keyboard. Generally we use scanf statement to read the values from the keyboard. But to read strings, what is the conversion character we are going to use is %s. The string variable in C can only take a word because when white space is encountered, the scanf function terminates. For example, I have written one program. Suppose if you want to print the name, how can you write a program by using a conversion character %s, and how can you declare the string? Let us see. So here main function, the C program starts with main function, flower bracket, char, what is the string name here? Name, and what is the size of the string here? 20. That means maximum 20 characters can be stored in the string name. Next statement is printf statement, enter name, and to read the string by using scanner, What is the conversion character for string? Percentage S. And what is the string name here? A name. Similarly, we can print whatever the name you have printed from the keyboard by using the conversion character percentage S. Then it will be printed by using printf statement. So up to now we have studied what is a string and what is declaration of string and initialization of string and how can we read strings from the keyboard by using scanf statement. So next one is, what is the purpose of using these strings in C language means? Well, there are generally string handling functions in C language. By using these string operations, for example, we can find length of the string, joining two strings, comparing two strings, etc. So these string handling functions can be defined in string.h header file. So what are the functions we can use to find length of the string, to join two strings means? So there are 6 string handling functions. The first one is strlen. So this strlen function is used to calculate length of a string, whereas strcpy is used to copy a string to another string. strcat is used to concatenate two strings, that is nothing but for joining two strings we can use this strcat. Whereas strcmp is used to compare two strings, whether two strings are equal or not, like that. And another one is strlwr. This is used to convert a string to lowercase. And the last one is strupr. This is used to convert string to uppercase. So we can also read and write the strings by using getters and putters functions. Let us learn how can we use these getters and putters function by using one example program like this. So we can also use a scanf and printf for reading and printing the string by using printf and scanf. Generally we use, whenever we write a program by using strings, we use getters and putters functions. So no need of conversion character when we use getters and putters. For example, the same program we can write by using putters and getters like this. So main, so here we have used string.h. Why we have used this header file string.h means because we are using the string handling function getters and putters, which is held in header file string.h. That's why we must write hash include string.h header file compulsory. And the program starts with main function, flower bracket, opening flower bracket, char. The array name is name. The size of the array name is 30. Printf, enter name. The string, that is nothing but the message can be displayed as by using printf statement, whereas getters name. So get s. So this function is used. You are reading the name from the keyboard. You are getting the name from the keyboard. So after reading the name from the keyboard, we have to print. So printf, what is the string? That is nothing but the message you want to print is name. So whatever the name you have printed from the keyboard, whatever the name you have read from the keyboard, that name must be shown on the screen by using putters name. So like this, we can use getters and putters functions whenever we write a program by using strings. Thank you.